from the old school, there's severe consequences for that.
Prisons in the South, a white guy pretty much has it hard. You know, he'll be tested much quicker than a black inmate. You know,
There was this guy who was here before. He was a blood, and in Alabama, you know what I'm saying, a lot of places, you know what I'm saying, they don't believe in a white guy being a blood.
I had feelings for him, lust, even at the time that he was still claiming to be a blood. But by us acknowledging him as a blood, you know, I pushed that lust to the side. So for me to meet him, and he was already a member of Bloods, I felt like, well, hell, he had to show some type of heart. I put it like that. He had to been improved himself. So I accepted him. During this time, it was football season, and every motherfucking prison gonna watch football. So the captain and the lieutenant, they come around to do daily inspections of the whole dorm.
So this guy in particular, he had painted a lot of satanic stuff on the wall inside one of the dorms here.
They go off. I mean, they have a fit. Until we find out who vandalized his room, there'll be no football. Another blood come to me, say, "Hey man, you know who put that shit in that room?" I said, "Nah, who?" So he tells me, he say, "Blood did it, the little white boy." So I'm like, "What?" So we stepped down on him. You know what I'm saying? Let him know how it's fucked up because he put all us in a fucked up position to where if someone in the dorm wanted to harm him, then it involves us. I tell him, I say, "Hey man, he can't be blood anymore." So we walk. I walk him around the prison compound. We talk, and I basically let him know, what I'm saying, how I had felt betrayed by what he did. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard for me to deal with. It was hard for me to accept, you know. So basically, I just made him feel guilty. I made him feel like he was obligated to me from that point on. Um, he agreed with it. Me and truthfully, I seen that as an opening for me to move in and turn him out. I started to put my plan into making. So I let him know that I want him to be with me. I let him know that I want to have sex with him. I let him know I want to lay with him.
So I came over there to that dorm the next day, been drinking, been smoking some reefer or whatever. And I go to my little brother's cell, or I call him my little brother Mark. I go to his cell and he telling me, he running the whole story down to me what this person then did. So after he run the whole story down to me, like I had his door, they have cells, I had his door cracked and I see him and I call him. I say, hey, I call him up there and he come up there. So when he get up in the cell, I'm really playing. I'm playing at first. Well, I was playing it. Yeah, I was playing. Yeah, I was playing at first. So I asked him. I said, man, you know what you did could have got a lot of people messed up." So he like, yeah. I said, what if we rape you right now? How will you like that?
He started crying and begging and pleading. You know what I'm saying? "Mark, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to." But at this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm out of control. I don't want to hear nothing, no talk.
So my little brother, he jump up and he slapped real hard.
I tell him to turn around. So he moves slightly. I tell him to turn around again. He still doesn't want to turn all the way around. So I said, bitch, if I have to tell you to turn around one more time, I'll break your jaw. So he turns around.
He make him come out his clothes. First, he reluctant about coming out his clothes, so he slap him again. So when he slap him this time, he gonna come up out his clothes. He go to feeling on him. He go to feeling on him.
I squeeze his ass cheeks. 2 handfuls. He tenses up, you know. So I started to pull his shirt off of him. I give him the grease. And I tell him to put some on his finger. Stick it in his ass and you know what I'm saying, kind of like fuck himself to loosen himself up because I know he had never been penetrated before. It was his first time. And also, you know what I'm saying, just an old penitentiary trick that I learned from some old convicts. If he screamed rape, you know what I'm saying, he had grease on his fingernail. So he greased his own self up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to basically lie and tell him I've been fucking him. He's been my boy. Hell, they going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm gonna go to the extreme and get 4 or 5 other guys that lie and say I've been fucking him too, been taking care of him. He's been my boy. So I get the grease. I grease my penis up. You know what I'm saying? So I lay him down on the bunk, flat on his stomach. So I'm rubbing in his ass, you know what I'm saying? Squeezing his ass cheeks, rub my fingers up and down his back, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk him through it, tell him to relax, you know what I'm saying? He's still pleading, begging me. You know, like I said, I didn't care to hear any of that. You know what I'm saying? I had made up my mind. So I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slowly at first, you know what I'm saying, to try to loosen him up. So he's groaning and, you know what I'm saying, moaning and